Spain woke up to history. Denmark joined in celebration. Two royal families, two nations, united by a love that has captured the world's heart. The royal wedding of Princess Leonor and Prince Christian didn't just mark a union, it marked a new era. A bridge between North and South, between tradition and modernity, between duty and desire. But before the ceremony even began, the air was different. Madrid was alive. Bells rang across the capital, echoing through narrow streets as citizens gathered around massive screens to witness what many called the wedding of the century. From Copenhagen to Seville, millions tuned in. For the first time, two royal heirs, both young, modern, and deeply in love, were about to write the next chapter of Europe's monarchy together. The moment the cathedral doors opened, the crowd went silent. And then, gasps filled the plaza. Princess Leonor stepped out of her carriage, radiant, wearing a gown that shimmered like morning light. Designed with Spanish silk and Danish lace, her dress symbolized unity, each stitch a reflection of two cultures woven together. Christian's eyes filled with emotion the instant he saw her. The world saw it too. That look wasn't rehearsed. It was real. As she walked down the aisle, the cameras caught the soft tremor of her hand, the way she breathed deeply before taking her father's arm. King Felipe stood tall beside her, his expression proud but restrained, a father holding back tears. Queen Letizia looked on, radiant yet emotional, her gaze fixed on her daughter, the little girl who had now become Spain's future queen. And waiting at the altar stood Prince Christian, the Danish prince who had won not only Leonor's heart but also the admiration of an entire nation. His eyes glistened as he whispered to himself, "She's here." That moment, the meeting of their eyes, was electric. You could feel the emotion even through the television screen. Then came the vows. Quiet, heartfelt, and powerful. Leonor's voice trembled at first, then steadied as she spoke of love, duty, and faith. Christian's vow echoed the same, love beyond borders, loyalty beyond tradition. When they exchanged rings, the cathedral bells began to toll, and Madrid erupted into cheers. Crowds in Denmark cheered simultaneously, waving both Spanish and Danish flags. It wasn't just a wedding. It was history in motion. Outside the palace, people cried, sang, and embraced. This, one woman said, is the future of Europe. United through love. But behind the fairy tale, there were whispers. Years of quiet preparation, long-distance devotion, and royal negotiations. Their relationship hadn't always been easy. Royal duties often kept them apart. Some doubted if their bond could survive under pressure. Yet, it did. Letters, secret visits, and silent moments held their connection strong. And today, it all paid off. As the couple exited the cathedral, a white dove was released, a Danish tradition symbolizing peace and fidelity. Leonor smiled softly, whispering something to Christian as confetti filled the air. Their carriage ride through the city became an unforgettable sight. Streets flooded with thousands waving red, gold, and white. Spain celebrated its future queen. Denmark celebrated its young prince, and together they celebrated love. At the royal banquet, the atmosphere was both regal and tender. King Felipe raised his glass, his voice filled with emotion. Today, we celebrate not only the love between two people but the unity between two nations. My daughter begins her journey as a woman, as a queen, and as a symbol of hope for the generations to come. The room erupted in applause. Prince Christian's father, Crown Prince Frederick, followed with a warm speech. In Denmark, we have watched Leonor grow into a strong, intelligent woman. Today, we welcome her into our family not just as royalty, but as our own. The two kings embraced, an image that instantly became symbolic of peace and friendship. As the night unfolded, moments of laughter and intimacy painted the royal hall. Leonor danced with her father first, the ballroom lights reflecting in her gown. Then Christian stepped forward, bowing slightly before taking her hand. The orchestra played softly. For those watching, it was like witnessing a royal fairy tale, alive, tangible, and overflowing with emotion. But beyond the glamour, something deeper resonated. This wedding wasn't just about a princess finding love, it was about the evolution of monarchy itself. A new generation of royals, raised in a modern world, daring to love freely and led with compassion. Leonor, who grew up watching her parents navigate duty and sacrifice, was now stepping into that legacy with her own touch of humanity. The reception carried on late into the night. Guests from across Europe attended, royalty, diplomats, world leaders, all bearing witness to the union that had already begun reshaping royal tradition. Yet amid the grandeur, Leonor and Christian found small, quiet moments together. Laughing softly, whispering, holding hands beneath the table. Cameras caught glimpses of them leaning close, smiling as if the world around them had disappeared. Outside, crowds remained gathered, celebrating with fireworks and music. In Madrid's Plaza Mayor, people danced and sang. In Copenhagen's city square, a live broadcast showed the same joy mirrored miles away. Two nations, different languages, different customs, united through one story. As the evening drew to a close, Leonor and Christian stepped onto the palace balcony. The crowd below went silent, then erupted in cheers as they appeared, hand in hand, waving to their people. Then came the moment that sealed the night forever, a kiss. Gentle, sincere, full of promise. The kind of kiss that said everything words couldn't. Cameras flashed. History was made. That image would be printed on every newspaper cover the next morning. Headlines would call it, the wedding that united Europe. Analysts would talk about its political significance. But to the millions who watched live, it was simpler than that. It was love, pure, royal, and human. Later, as the couple retired from the celebrations, Leonor was heard saying softly, "It still feels like a dream." Christian smiled and replied, "Then let's never wake up." And perhaps that's what made this wedding so special. Beyond the palaces and crowns, it was two young hearts daring to love amidst centuries of expectation. A reminder that royalty, no matter how distant it may seem, still beats with emotion, still breathes with humanity, still finds its greatest power in love. As dawn broke over Madrid and the city slowly quieted, one truth remained clear: Spain and Denmark didn't just celebrate a royal wedding, they celebrated hope. The kind of hope that comes when two hearts, two nations, and two futures promise to move forward together. The royal bells may have stopped ringing, but their echo lingers in every heart that witnessed it. Princess Leonor and Prince Christian, the future of Europe's monarchy, united not just by crown, but by love. And on that unforgettable day in 2025, the world didn't just watch history, it felt it.